see the deck list because the green-purple deck list is very interesting.
Yeah, we got Asmir on the left playing Lucci, deck we just seen, and we got Voye on the right playing green, purple Luffy, which we haven't actually seen a lot this format before.
No, he's not interesting. Just for anyone who doesn't look at the deck list, he's not running any Luna.
Yeah.
He's running Radio Knife as well. Do you want to say what he quoted for the reason as to why he's running Radio Knife?
He said because he's in Birmingham, he needs to adapt to the Brummies, who, if you're not from the UK, are quite proficient with sharp weaponry.
And so he's running 6 knives in his deck.
Yes. And I believe he's actually playing this game in the airport, so...
yeah, I believe he was on a layover flight, so he was stuck in the airport. So that is where this game is being played from.
So big respect. We've got. Sorry, we didn't commentate the earlier turns, but Asmir on his 2-Don turn played Uta, and then Railz on his 3-Don he swung, played Nami on stage. Asmir is playing Laboon, 5 at leader, and passing.
Yeah, the good thing here is, again, well, like last game, you don't have to worry about your pieces as Lucci being removed until they're sideways. Gonna find the Sanji and Pudding here.
Okay, I bet you wish he had it at the start of this turn. Not having it on 5 is already a bit of a setback.
Yeah, but maybe just having a 4-cost Zoro or something to play down could be quite nice.
Yeah. Thinking what to do.
I'm always amazed when someone plays this deck. It's gonna be the green Zoro. So looking to rest the Uta. Okay, interesting.
Nice, and then swing into that.
Makes sense. The leader can't. Swing them 5 with lead. It's gonna take that.
I'm interested why you didn't swing with one of the Namis into it. Yeah, Asmir's on 6-Don now.
I believe because the Nanami's a 2k and Uta is a 3k.
That would make sense, Ron. Which is why I need my trusty associate.
Swing 6, gonna minus something. Probably the Zoro prompting him to just let it go. Gonna play down another Laboon.
Big fan of Railz. What can you say?
Jack's just gonna put the link straight to the deck list in chat. So hopefully someone can pin it for anyone because the command's not working.
Yep. Okay, then Railz is on 7-Don now. We know he has the Sanji Pudding in hand. Definitely going to use that this turn.
Yeah, I think we just see the Sanji and Pudding get slapped down and straight into a leader ability, most likely.
Yeah.
Definitely got his deck a little blinged out here for us today.
Yeah, although it does feel sort of bad playing Sanji Pudding, knowing that with 2 Laboons...
It's 100% getting removed.
Yeah, so
maybe thinking of a different play?
I know Green Purple doesn't traditionally run a lot of removal, but with these radio knives...
Definitely going to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It's an interesting tech card. Very interesting. I've seen List opt for the 2-cost green event that's got a really, really long name.
Remind me what that one does.
Demon Asherips, blah blah blah. It's like Green's version of Houndblaze, so it +3s leader or character.
Oh, and then you rest one of your own.
And then you rest one of your characters to rest one of theirs. I think it's rest something. One of yours to rest a 5 or less. I want to say.
I'll check that for you now, but I know Yamato runs that.
Right, so it's going to be a 5k swing into lead here. It's going to prompt the Sanji 1k out. I play down a Luffy Taro, minus into the Sanji and Pudding, +2 cost the Sanji and Pudding, and then pass turn there. I like this play. It just means that if he doesn't have anything else extra to minus in hand, then he has to choose between the two.
Yeah, it makes it a bit more difficult to remove.
I think in this matchup, you do want to see these Luffy Taros a little bit more, just to be able to go a bit wider to make it a little bit trickier.
And
We are going to see
minusing.
-4 onto the Sanji and Pudding, another -4 onto the Luffy Taros. We are going to go for the double removal here.
That's a bad sign. You never want to see that.
Both 3 cost here, I believe, right?
Yeah, and then one of them's gonna be a 2 soon.
This one's the 2 cost, so we need a way to -2 something. Gonna Lucci and a Shirahoshi blocker in trash there.
Yep.
Take the swing. It's going to be, a Hina come down, most likely a Lucci, just to clear both bodies.
Wow. That's immediately put Rails on the back foot here.
Yeah, it's certainly not off to a bad start here for Asmir. Thing is, he doesn't have too many cards in trash, which means you don't have to worry as much about a Tempest Kick just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But having no board definitely does not feel good.
No.
I believe we're at 8 Don here.
Yes, because we were at 7.
For Luffy Taro -1. Yeah, I believe we're at 7 Don. It's going to search here. Just having a little think of what he wants here, which means he has options to grab.
Yeah, maybe a Sanji Pudding, maybe a Rush Luffy could get quite a lot of value late game.
I mean, I think if you find Sanji and Pudding, you almost just certainly grab it.
Yeah, he's getting a stage here. Which is good, because then the next time he plays a character, he can double buff it to make it even harder for Asmir to remove.
Very true. It's going to be another Nami, so we're definitely searching for something here. Possibly another Luffy Taro, or just something to help him go wide here. Yeah, he's definitely got all the bling. It's going to be a Sanji and Pudding grab there. Makes sense. I mean, the card is to the heart of the deck.
Oh my god, he's searching for days.
Rest 4. It's going to search again. Should definitely have all his pieces. Yeah, by the end of this turn. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a hugely productive turn for Rails. He hasn't really built up too much of a board presence here.
No, but I think we have quite a long game ahead of us. Green Purple Luffy survives for a really long time.
Okay, yep, grab the Usopp.
Yep, +1 to lead. It's nice he has all the tools to make it very clear to us what's going on. It's going to plus the Zoroark here. Makes sense. Just makes it harder to remove. That stage puts in so much work in this matchup. I see the Radio Knife come down here. Just going to clear a Laboon.
You know, Laboon Lucci still ruins.
I had to quickly Google what Radio Knife did.
I think it's rest a 5, is it?
Oh, oh god, don't ask. It rests a 6, I believe.
Yeah, rested 6, Kyoto rested 5.
Yeah. It's definitely a good card. I can see why you would want to run it. Just gives you a little bit of a removal, which obviously that deck lacks.
We're going to see 6 at lead.
Just 1K'd out there by the Zoro. We're going to see a 7K swing to lead minus the Zoro. Possibly a Brook to come down here.
So our Zoro Juro is
That's going to be a Jack. Okay.
Yeah, god damn.
Just got a board of Namis. Not a lot you can do with those. Maybe just confirming what Radio Knife does there or something. So we know Sanji and Pudding to come down. Gonna leader ability. Gonna basically put 1 back and get 3 active done.
Not a bad card. Pretty decent.
Certainly an alright card for sure. I see a Gamma Knife come down here. So he's going to start swinging into it with the board of Nami. There we go. We found a way to utilize them.
Yeah, they're putting in work. And he immediately lets Jack go. Just too many cards. Too many cards.
Yeah, I mean, he just starts swinging all the Namis regardless. So I can see why you don't want to commit too much to it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just really not liking this Laboon on Asmir's board right now.
Yeah, it does look scary, but Lucci doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, so there is a chance that he can maybe take it out with a leader swing.
True, I think Asmir's on 4.
It does look like 4 cards in hand, yeah. He's going to plus 2 cost the Sanji and Pudding here. It's going to play stage over stage.
Yeah. So that's a 9 cost. Seven. The Laboon, I think, right? Yeah. Oh. That's very nice. I mean, still at 1 life, so kind of scary, but 1 done active.
When you have Giant and I think that was 8 cards in hand, I don't think you're too worried about him getting game here with 3 bodies.
No, it's just about how many resources he can drain from his hand.
True. I mean, minusing 2 Dawn is always scary in this deck. You can start with a 6K swing, just gets 1K'd out by the Zoro. Start with another 6, so just looking to drain the hand a little bit. Get 1K, 2K'd out, by the Sanji blocker.
Yeah, that's interesting there.
It's going to be a leader swing now. Minusing 1, the Sanji and Pudding.
So
it is now an 8 cost. No, 9 cost, you're right, sorry.
It's an 8 now.
Yeah, never mind, ignore me. I was right, then doubted myself.
You should never doubt yourself. Anyone watching this stream, never doubt yourself.
There we go. A little bit of motivation for everyone.
You're either telling the truth or you're lying.
So just thinking about his options here. He is going to 2K out. I think if you ask me, you don't mind seeing these 2Ks go. It is a Laboon, so it's going down to a 4 cost now. We are going to see a finger pistol come down to remove it.
That is well within touching distance.
Yeah, that's it's a little bit unfortunate. It's still, even as a 9 cost, still not getting to sit on the board. So still only got his army of Nami.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't like that, you know?
Probably Railz currently.
Yeah, we can see airport travelers on his right in the background there. You know,
I mean, fair play to him for play on this in the airport.
Yeah, probably getting announcements to
making
depart to Gate 3 and 4.
making sure we get our One Piece content.
Yeah. He's a man of the people.
He's gonna be searching here. He's gonna find a giant. It never hurts to have in hand.
Yeah, not actually a bad card to have in the deck.
I've heard the card might be okay.
Yeah, allegedly it's pretty decent. I heard that from a
Heard,
friend.
I've heard it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, he's going
Yeah,
7.
minusing 2 Dawn feels bad.
This Laboon, I'm assuming, right?
I assume it's going into Laboon. I don't see why you'd swing it anywhere else currently.
Yeah. I heard from
I
Railz he
have
does
5
hate
Dawn open there, I believe.
animals. Big animal hater. Not a fan of the environment, so yep, has to
Yeah.
go.
It's killing the whales.
Yeah.
It's going to buff the Zorojuro, just make it a little bit harder to remove.
Sure, 6k.
It's one of those ones where when he starts getting bodies kept on the board, it starts getting scary for Lucci. It's going to be on the Zorojuro now, so we're going to search again.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a 2k here.
So we know he already has one of those in hand, I believe. Or he searched one earlier.
Enjoying the iced out deck here. So we know he has a 2k. We know he has Giant from that turn alone.
Yep.
So
It's quite a lot
definitely
of
not sat in a position where he's probably going to lose the game.
for sure. Too risky for Asmir to push. He's probably just going to poke 6s and then remove either one or
Yeah,
two.
I think if you're Lucci here, that is what you want to do. You want to just tax the hand size a bit and then remove whatever board he has.
Asmir does not care about dragging this game out. He knows he has a lot of resources and quite a lot of tempo.
Yeah, being a 6 and a 4 is going to be not super easy to remove, but definitely not out of the ordinary. Let's start with a 6. Just gets the 2k he knows he had in hand.
Yeah. 6
Yeah.
again.
So yeah, it looks like he's just trying to tax the hand size again. Having a little think here because he is starting to get low on cards in hand, so you have got to be a little bit concerned about that.
Yeah, I mean, what would be bad here? What, like Tempest, Laboon, Lucci would be pretty scary.
Yeah, I mean, just yeah, sort of any minusing here to be able to drop into Lucci is quite scary. I think even if he keeps one Zoro on board, it still doesn't look very great for him.
No. Because I don't believe we're running any rush. Oh, no, we are running rush, but you can't really afford to take your.
Has a 7-2 split currently, so I know he's playing. Let's see, maybe like a Jack come down. I'm not sure. I think, yeah, I think I can see a double removal here, but he's definitely scooping up a lot down, so he's having a good think.
Yeah, I mean, as we said in the last game as well, Lucci just has so many different play lines.
Yeah, I think with the removal of Moria, I think the decision making became a little bit more tricky. It becomes like you need to resource manage a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely a lot of maths for the deck.
Yeah. Not a dyslexic's favorite.
Let's start with a 7k swing. So maybe a Hina into a Lucci, just remove one Zoro and an army. It could be anything. He's got quite a lot of minus options that aren't normally.
Oh no.
See, no, we're going to see a man sherry. Okay.
So I wonder what he's going to bring back here then. Rebecca or an Uta? Wow, nice.
No, I think he's bottom decking.
Ah, yeah, of course.
He's going to bottom deck an Uta and a Laboon.
I always grab the card I want first and then bottom deck. but I know most
Technically,
people.
they're not going to add back Spandine. Interesting. Going to be a one-leg toy soldier, a
Or
-3. It's going to be
and
on the
playing out this
same one.
Brandine, maybe.
And
Yeah,
then grab back Lucci. Okay, so I like it. He's going to remove the Zordra and Anami. Yeah, Rails always knows it's happening.
you know, his cards are in hand. I mean, he could get rid of two Namis, you know.
Goes to replace a character, realizes he doesn't need to.
We've all been there.
He's going to bottom deck 3 things there.
Yeah, that Manshare is definitely dead.
Yeah, I think you have to swing. I mean, luckily you have the Nami searches, so you can just swing into it with those. Which I'm assuming is what we're seeing now. Yeah.
There we go.
You just can't allow them to stick on board.
No.
Luckily, having the searches for this one is definitely helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I think any deck that can allow the searchers to put in work is so good. Like Betty's the best example of that, where even a 2K character can be buffed up to be a threat.
Yeah, true. One of the more
Just having something
commonly
to
seen
trade.
decks in OP11.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see, a 6K swing.
Yeah.
Possibly going into... It's going to be 2K, so I assume maybe into the Hina.
Yeah.
It's going to be another Zoro here.
Is that his third or fourth? I can't remember.
It's definitely at least his third. I believe it's his third.
Oh my god, and another Usahachi. So he's searching, but he's just not finding what he needs, I don't think.
He's definitely flexing all the cards he has. So.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that money could have gone to charity, but I guess we need our cards to look nice.
And I'll say it on Jack's behalf. Thank you, CJ, for subbing to Jack.
Yeah, big up CJ.
Hitting 10 subscribers. We're going to see a radio knife come down here. So rests the Spanine and takes out the Lucci.
Okay, so for once he actually has a board presence in Lucci.
I believe that was 5 cards in hand. So he swung the Nami into the Spanine here.
Yeah.
It's buff up the standing Zoro. Makes sense.
Yeah. Avoy is on 0 life, though, at the moment, right?
Yeah, but 2 active Don. So if it's 2 giants, then I don't think you're worried. He's going to start with a 6K swing. Just going to get 2K'd.
Yeah. Yeah, I doubt Asmir will want to go 15 here. I think he'll play it cool, calm. He's in no hurry.
He has only got 2 cards in hand?
So maybe he is in a hurry.
It's just going to be a 15K swing. He's going to push the 15. If it's double giant, then I don't know if it'll get him there.
Okay, so yeah, we counter up to...
We're going to see a giant. So we're at 10. It's another giant, which puts us to 14.
And then he must have seen a 2K within those giants.
And there's a 2K to get to 16.
Or I think we saw that he searched that one anyway, so...
No, he used a different Usahachi earlier on in the turn.
Okay.
But he did have to use 4 Don there, so he's not going to have a lot of Don for this turn.
Yeah, I mean, what can Railz really do?
I don't know. I feel like he's got to maybe find a way to take it or find a blocker because he's just had to commit a lot of his cards there.
We know he runs 2 Robin and 4 Sanji blockers looking at his list, and he's used 2 giants, so...
Yeah, so it could just be 3 Don for a blocker. Maybe try and remove the Lucci.
I mean, these leader and Zoro swings are probably likely to connect just because Asmir has such low hand size. So
True.
I think he has 4 Don though, just because of the double giant. So I think if you remove you can probably remove the Lucci, but without a blocker, it's pretty cooked.
No, it's going to go 5 with the Nami here, so it's going into lead.
Yeah, Rails needs. Yeah, he needed 4
scout. So he is just going to concede game 1 there.
Yeah, he needed all 4 swings to connect there.
Yeah, but looking at his hand, I don't think, obviously, there was no way he was surviving the next turn, unfortunately. So I can see why you go for it. But I'll say having the 1k did not make it feel good. I think Lucci looks very commanding throughout the entirety of that game.
There was that point, wasn't there, where he had double the boon and he had stuff, and when
He just had
Lucci,
just too many resources there.
yeah, there's certain points where like you can struggle and do your best, but it just isn't. You're just so far behind.
Yeah, it's the thing that Lucci's just so good at, right?
Yeah. He went second. I don't know if he picked that or if Rails picked that.
I'm not sure who won die roll, to be honest.
We'll see which.
I would assume
order
Asmir won
Rails
it because I feel like you want to go second as Green Purple Luffy. So which makes me think he probably Rails probably lost die roll. But I know there are some Green Purple Luffy players that will swear by you go first.
I mean, yeah, you see Sanji Pudding on curve. But I mean, playing it on 5 and then Asmir having 6
I think,
on.
yeah, I think in this matchup, I think you want second.
Yeah. Playing it on 6 and then Lucci having 8 Don is also, or 7 Don, sorry, is also quite scary.
Yeah, but the 4 Don play, a 5 is for Lucci is very scary because they put down a Kuzan or a Laboon. Asmir won die roll and chose first in game 1. Thank you for that, chat.
Oh, nice.
Glad one of us is paying attention. Yeah, and say interesting. He chose to go first there. I think I would have thought you chose to go second, but it clearly worked out for him.
No, Asmir did win and he chose to go second.
No, Jack said he chose first.
He went second.
I thought he went second. I thought he went
Yeah,
second.
he went second. Yeah, Jack's trying because he played Uta on 2 Don and then Laboon on
Jack's
4.
lying, bro. He definitely went second.
Yeah, he's scamming.
Yeah, he played Uta and then into Laboon on 4, right?
Yeah. Bro. I thought it's the Alzheimer's. We can't blame him. We love you, Jack.
And he draws 2 cards a turn. Can it just be a Tempest Kick to cycle out a card on the 1 Don turn? So Railz is definitely choosing to go second here. So.
Yeah.
Oh, he meant he chose game 1 on what to go first or second.
They both want second, yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right.
So that makes more sense. Okay, I miscommunication there. I was thinking that seems wrong.
Yep, so searching top 3. What are you hoping to see?
Sanji and Pudding.
A rhetorical question.
It's the only. I feel like if you see it though, you turn it immediately. So it's going to be a rush Luffy here.
It's not bad.
It's definitely going to be a good card. We're going to see the Nami search, a double search on 2 Don, exactly what you want to see.
Yeah. The Rush Luffy isn't manga, however, so we're gonna have to deduce points for that one.
Yeah, that's already. Yeah, not max rarity, so.
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
Yeah. Looking a little bit poor out here.
Yeah. We can't all be as rich as me, I suppose. A joke, obviously, being a student as I am. We see Asmir playing Brook on 3.
Yeah, that's a solid 3 play. It means the searchers get removed, so you don't have to worry about them swinging into the smaller bodies on the Mount Cherry.
Yep.
And then obviously a great tool if you have a lot of minus in hand to remove bigger bodies as well.
And he sets up to stuff like Hina and Laboon next turn.
So 4 Don here, we probably will see the Zorojo come down, unless he's looking to hopefully play stage. It's going to be the Zoro to come down instead. He's going to rest the Brook, so looking to remove the Brook over searching anything else out. So swings 5 into Brook, just gets 2K'd out, and then passes turn there.
I mean, I think this is. Yep, there we go. See the
Yeah, we
lagoon.
got the Laboon come down to -4.
I don't
And
know if
then,
this is
just swing Brook.
unfavored or extremely unfavored.
He's
Because
gonna take the 5K swing, but it is gonna be the trigger of the event to play it out.
yeah, always nice to see. Get a bit of free value there.
Grab a Nami though, so hoping that's not really what he was looking for, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, he can play it if he has a floating Dawn on any of his turns.
Yeah.
Okay, and so
So immediately having nothing on board is a bit sad. So we're gonna swing lead. It's just gonna get 1K'd out by the Nami we knew he had.
Yeah.
Up to 6 Don now. Grabs 5. So Sanji and Pudding coming down
Well,
here.
that was a very fast
Yeah.
decision.
Leader effects, you basically -1 Don and then get 3 active, essentially, with Sanji and Pudding effect, along with your leader.
Wow, he goes 6 into the Brook. And then,
Oh, the radio knife to remove the Laboon there. Super, super good.
I like that turn a lot.
Yeah, seeing a little bit of value off of these radio knives, so I thought it was an interesting choice to put in the deck, but doing something for him.
Yeah, for sure. Just getting the minus on Sanji Pudding.
Just going to start with a 5K swing, so have a 6K lead.
They don't have long for this world.
It's going to be a Rebecca, so yeah, I don't think this thing is surviving very long. It's going to add back the Brook.
Yeah, Brook Hina.
It plays down the Hina, and then just plays down Brook to remove it.
Yeah, Avoid knows what's going on.
Very nicely done. Yeah, Sanji putting firmly in the trash before that even hits the board.
Okay. And as we said earlier, this Lucci guy, I don't think he's a nice man.
No, anyone that plays Lucci, you have to have no conscience, I think.
Yeah. Definitely a bit of a party pooper. Doesn't get invited.
Search. He right. So here was a mistake. He accidentally grabbed the top 5, and the event is top 3. I think Asmir is just going to let him put back the top 2 cards that should be there.
Yeah.
Slight mishap, but I assume that both of them have decided that this is the best course of action for him. He's going to add the Zoro there. Okay, he's going to immediately play down the Nami, so he was going to search the cards anyway, so it doesn't really change any sort of course of the game.
Yeah, not really impacting the...
It's going to find the Sanji and Pudding, but I can't help but notice that's the regular art.
Yeah, again, that is
unfortunate, man.
Yeah. I think I can smell a disqualification.
That's some minus points right there. But he's going to play down the Zoro here, so probably looking to rest the Rebecca. Oh no, he's going to rest the Brook. Okay. Makes sense. So you can swing into it. You got to remove it off of the board.
Yeah, very nice.
Probably just quick. What Don is he on check? Maybe deciding whether he wants the leader ability here. Not sure what you do with 3 Don though. Yeah, he's just gonna swing 6 into Brook. Gonna let it go.
Yeah, get rid of the.
Might just see a 5K swing lead.
I think.
Although not being a 6K lead doesn't feel amazing here.
Yeah, I was gonna say
5 into Hina, and it's gonna be let go, which is interesting.
I mean, you could argue that you've given Asmir value now, bringing that Hina back, but I think
it would get value for swinging 5 regardless. So we're gonna see a 7K swing into lead here.
Yeah.
-1.
Oh, that wasn't at lead. That was at the Zoro.
Oh, my apologies. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. So he swung 7 into the Zoro and then plays on Jack to remove the Nami here. Absolutely no ball for Railz once again.
Yeah.
And again, Jack is just such a terrifying card in Lucci's hands.
and Rail's really having.
He's got the Gamma Knife again, though. We
Oh.
saw that last game. We're going to see it again this game. It makes it really hard to defend the Jack, but does have the Rebecca this time. So
Yeah, I'm
I'm
wondering
swing
what his
6 into the Jack
play is.
here.
Yeah.
But we know
6-7.
he has the Russia, so maybe he's thinking, what if he drops that? So
I don't.
probably wondering whether or not he blocks this here. He's
Oh,
going to
he
let
just
the Jack
lets it.
go. Okay, interesting. It's just going to be
Yeah,
Ass. It just probably prompts the Sanji and Pudding to be played now and then. It
yeah,
gives him
because
the
we
leader
we
ability.
know he searched the Russia at the very start of the game, so
Yeah,
he's just.
so I think that's why he let it go. But I wouldn't hate the block to force him to play down the Russia.
Yeah, because I feel that this is a worse situation for Asmir now. Because
Because then, the leader ability immediately feels not so valuable.
and you get another Sanji pudding as
Yeah,
well.
gonna find another one. So this is suddenly looking a lot better now.
Hmm.
I mean, I just can see the turn past there, but
I mean,
not seeing stage probably doesn't feel too good for the Luffy here.
I was just gonna say 5 cost is quite vulnerable still.
Yeah, a 5 cost and a 4 cost is definitely doesn't feel as bad. We see a
No,
7k swing to start us off here to -1, probably the Sergeant Pudding. If he can only remove one, and probably both if he can't. So it is going to be the Sergeant Pudding. It's going to take the life as well. Maybe another Rebecca to come down. Find a Brook.
never hate to see it.
Possibly having another Hina in hand to -4. Just play down the Brook, clear the Sergeant Pudding again. And then passing the turn over there. Just immediately going to play down another Sergeant Pudding. Just going to draw him a card, which is nice. I feel like just being able to draw a card whenever that comes down after the first one as well is just like a cherry on top at this point. I was just like, they were like, it's not broken enough.
I know, definitely an overstated card. Oh yeah, there you go. Sees the stage.
There's the stage, which is good. Probably doesn't feel too great that it took this long to find it.
I mean, Sanji pudding being a 7 cost this turn is definitely gonna, give them a
Yeah,
better
especially
chance.
with only 2 cards in hand. Leader ability, so he has 6 Dawn to play with here. I'm just going to slide it back just to make sure everything's nicely in view, so you can see the cost of the characters and stuff. See 6k swing into the Hina to remove it. It's gonna +2 the Sergeant Pudding here. Just having a quick think about his options.
I mean, Lucci's still pretty healthy here.
Yeah, he
He's
definitely has a lot of life, but I think if the green purple player, you're also not worried because you have a lot of cards in hand.
yeah.
Just so many cards, either drawing you a card as it comes down or being a searcher, just means that he's never really rough on hand size.
Yeah, poke 6 takes it.
Yeah, I think no matter what you swing, he probably just takes it. He has 4 life. Let's search again with a Zorajuro here.
Oh my god, he finds another one. I
Yeah,
didn't
find
realize it
another one.
could search itself.
Yeah, I think the only thing it has to be is a purple straw hat.
Wow. It's much like the Porsche then. It's very nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because it's a higher cost. Right?
Yeah, I guess so. I think it's very rare to miss on that.
Are you even able to miss?
If you get what, 4 radio knives and a gamma knife.
I guess, yeah, but like the luck that would have to be is crazy. It's gonna be 7K swing, which is just gonna command a 2K out of hand. Play down in the Rebecca, probably grab a Kuzan here. So probably not being able to remove anything this turn, just looking to draw and then possibly remove something next turn. But this is looking really good now for Rails because he's been able to untap with his entire board.
Yeah, that is huge for him. And Asmir only having three. No, that's 4 cards in hand. Sorry.
Yeah, this could be one very key turning point here in the game, like massively. Even though there's 3 blockers on Asmir's side, you're probably not too worried if you're Rails here.
I mean, the gamma knife. I mean, a radio knife would be quite huge here if he had one.
It could be good, yeah. Just to clear that Kuzan, that's really the only world card on board you're worried about. Maybe the Brook, but I think the Kuzan's the bigger problem.
Yeah, I was thinking the Kuzan there just to like make it even more painful. Yeah, 6 takes life.
Yeah, makes sense. He's down to, is that 2 life or 3 life? 3 life.
It's 3. Yeah.
All
6 again.
the colored monocolored sleeves meld together.
Probably counter this one. I'm assuming.
I don't want to take too many of the 6Ks, but I think he's probably thinking, well, I've got 3 blockers on board. So he probably just wants to refill his hand a bit. So we're going to see a Luffy Taro come down here.
What could this be into? Zoro? Oh, yeah.
Zoro.
Yeah, we
I
saw
think
him.
you're looking really, really strong here.
Oh, and a giant.
So yeah, good. Why not? I think this has gone from quite hard to like really difficult now for Rails to lose this game. He does all of that and then still has 6 non-active now because of leader ability.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what devious plans he has.
Being 6 gets blocked. Being 7 gets blocked. Looking to go down any more life. Maybe the radio knife. Okay, we did say this would be really good here. He's deciding probably if he wants the Brook or the Kuzan.
Well, there's no deciding. He's just going to be explaining.
He's just going to say he's going to clear the Kuzan.
Yeah,
definitely. Makes the most sense. And I still think that Asmir here is just in such a bad spot, having Rebecca Brook on board, only 2 life, and there's a full board the other side. So
yeah, with the potential for Usahachi to come down and just ruin his day.
And we also know there's a Rush Luffy in hand as well.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see a game 3 here, I think.
I would be shocked if somehow he manages to pull this one out of the bag.
I mean, Lucci can make things happen sometimes, but
we know there's a giant in hand, so you can't really YOLO for game.
Board, like, I don't know if into board would really achieve much here, just with how
you can't swing for game because the best in the numbers you can go at this point really is 9-10, and 1 giant gets you out of it.
Yeah, you can't swing for board and defend yourself.
Yeah, so it's a really, really tough spot here for Asmir. There's 6 cards in hand, I think.
It is going
to be a 9K swing. I'm not sure what into.
I'm guessing at leader, just because.
Oh? To be honest, I don't think it matters. So he's going to -1 the Sanji and Pudding. But the Sanji Pudding was buffed up by stage, so it's a 6 cost currently.
Yeah, I just feel like you have to go leader here just to like.
I think no matter what you swing at, it's the same counter. I think you swing leader because I think if you just swing a Zoro, you could probably just nice and easily let it go. Or he swung Sanji and Pudding maybe, -1'd it to maybe see if he'd let it go before having to commit any cards to removing it. It is going to be at a Zoro. Okay, so he's going to get the Zoro. I can understand why you let it go. You have Rush Luffy in hand. You're not too fussed about your board here.
We know what that Zoro achieved. I guess it's one less swinger, but
we're going to see a finger pistol come down to remove the Sanji and Pudding.
Yeah,
it doesn't develop a body or anything, which doesn't feel great because you had to use the Uta as well.
Yeah, I mean, 4 swingers here. If he has the,
I think he has what, maybe 3 cards in hand. 4 cards. No, 5 cards in hand. Sorry, I must have lost count a little while ago. It's not too bad in terms of hand size.
Is it this game that we saw him draw it, or was it that last game?
For what?
The Rush Luffy.
No, we did see him at it in this game.
Okay, so
Yeah, we know he has her.
I mean, he still has a life, so
Yeah,
he can
he's
be.
in no rush to end this game now. I don't think.
Yeah, with a Brook and a leader, um, knowing Voy has Gum Giant, he doesn't need to go for game. And when you don't
Yeah,
need to burn
and
your life, there's no reason to.
when you can see the board he has as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Just going
these
to start
six.
with a 6. He's going to take out
Oh
the
yeah.
Uta. Yeah, it makes sense. If you're not looking for game this turn, you don't really want to leave it on board.
Oh, 2K. Yep.
2k out of it. Another 6. So just looking at Tack's hand here. So he's going to take it. And yeah, so then the Luffy Tower swing. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a block here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, another radio knife, and then the
Yeah. And then
Robin.
plays on Robin just to just to confirm that he's definitely not losing the game this turn.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. If you ask me what can get you out of this situation currently.
Yeah. Maybe if Roy has a heart attack, or if the airport gets raided.
Yeah, there we go. If he suddenly loses connection,
Yeah, if one of the EasyJet flights decides to plummet into Birmingham.
then problem solved.
Problem solved.
Yeah, so
Gotta
it's
get.
just gonna be a block off on the Robin. You're just gonna get an extra search.
Yeah, another giant would be.
Let's
Oh
just find
no,
another
there you go.
Robin. He's
Yeah.
still counter.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Tempest kick here. We're probably looking to remove something here. Possibly it's gonna be the Zoro. Okay, probably just looking to get rid of some swingers then.
Yeah, I mean, if you know you can't get rid of the Sanji pudding, just getting rid of anything is.
Maybe he's got some Rebecca's or something to play down. He's gonna get for the double removal with Lucci. I'm hoping he has a blocker or something.
No, that was just the Zoro that got removed.
Oh, sorry, that's a +2, not 2 cost. My bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was like, I must have missed him minus it.
Now some people do that. I always use it to indicate.
He does have a
what
blocker here.
it
That's
is.
is it in the
Yeah.
realm of possibility for survival? But I think with Rush Luffy, this game might just be over.
Yeah, I think it's like more likely to not get oiled up at a Diddy party at this point. I mean, I think Usahachi, can rest Sabo easily, even if he doesn't have it. We know he has the rush.
The radio knife can also rest it. So you just take the 6k swing. No, 7k, sorry, my bad. Yeah, there you go. There's the Rush Luffy. We knew he had it. You'll be able to leader ability, get so much done back.
Yeah. Quite
You're
greedy.
0 life, 1 blocker. And
Yeah, Asmir,
just so
right.
much. Yeah, we're just going to see him concede there. It makes sense. I don't see any way out of that.
Yeah, we see someone in Asmir's background going to coach him there.
Yeah, absolutely. Some last minute tips as we go into the all important game 3.
Yeah.
Second game 3 of today, so that's always good for any One Piece lovers.
Yeah, it is less long than the first game, thankfully.
Yeah. The first game was quite a mission.
Yeah. I did start to feel my brain sliding out the side of my skull towards the end of that one. Okay. I'm hoping both these players take on the advice that I gave them earlier. Let's say everything they know about One Piece comes from my expertise. Okay. See, shuffling their deck, that was my recommendation in between games. I think it's always good to do.
Yeah, I say. I mean, I think you have to. I don't think that's your recommendation, but sure. As I say, it's going to be interesting now to see what comes of this. So Asmir getting to pick which turn he wants. So he will be going second.
Yep. Okay. Hoping he can get the Uta on 2 Don would be great. I'll look at his list now.
It's true, actually. I didn't take too deep of a
Does he
look
run
into
the
the
Spandam
list.
package?
He runs one.
A 1 of Spandam.
He definitely looks like he's tacked a little bit harder into Blackbeard matchup,
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
3 Kaido and 2 Tashigi.
He does also have Toy Soldier on 2 Don. That could be nice. Or a Mancherry, playing a Mancherry out raw.
True. I mean,
Green
there's not.
Purple doesn't have a lot of removal. I know we
No,
have
he
Radio
has
Knife.
the extras from the radio knife, but I don't think you have to worry about it too early on.
No. Radio Knife on a Mancherry feels bad.
So we're gonna see the event search here. Just
Yep.
turn 1.
Looking for
Zoro.
Zoro.
So that means there was no Sanji I'm putting in there.
Nope. He
Always sad to
has
see for the
Luffy in
Luffy
hand.
player.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another Tempest kick just to cycle out a card. We saw him do that last game as well. It's gonna be another search there with the. We saw a guy reach probably for an extra card for Railz to have. No, I'm joking. It's a game 3 Jin, by the way. Unless you mean the Red Purple Luffy versus Lucci, in which case Red Purple Luffy won. But you can always catch up on the YouTube video that Jack will upload. Just gonna find stage. Just gonna play the stage out. So pretty proactive for his 1 and 3 Don plays.
Yeah. Not a bad.
I think pretty much exactly what we want to see for those turns.
Yeah, 4 here we could see Laboon, Kuzan.
Yeah, Kuzan. Yeah, Kuzan makes sense to see.
Nice.
Five Don here. Does he want to slap down Sanji? But the thing is putting Sanji and putting down now, when there's a Kuzan on board, is immediately getting -4.
Yeah, he
Start
might
with
want to.
5K swing.
Yeah, I
Just
was
gonna,
going to say he might want to play Zoro. Zoro, wait till he draws a Radio Knife.
yeah, so maybe look for something to answer this Kuzan, because having that on board is just so scary.
Yeah. Radio Knife or Usahachi if you want to rest it later, although you do need.
Yeah, so you do need 8 Don for
Yeah,
Usahachi.
so it wouldn't be the immediate fix that he really needs.
Yeah, probably not the answer he's looking for.
No. I mean,
I'll
he could
think
also.
about what he wants. There's going to be another Zoro added here, so he's definitely searching for something. Puts it in trash and then realizes that's not how that goes.
I do feel like he's seen quite a fair few of these Zorojuras. 4 cost, 6k stat line.
Being able to
Search.
search itself as well is huge.
Yeah.
We're going to see the Kuzan swing. We're going to see it minus the Zoro.
Yeah, that Zoro is gone.
Yeah, and then the leader just to make sure it's extra -1, so it's now at 0.
Yep. He is going to be speaking to the author of Berserk very soon.
So I'm guessing, yeah, we're going to see a Brook come off of this Rebecca, I would assume.
Yep.
I'm just thinking about what he wants to add back here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that Laboon come back to hand. No, it's going to be a 2k. Okay, interesting. Maybe he has some -4s in hand, or wants to protect the Kuzan.
Yeah, Railz knows what's going.
Yeah, already in the trash, ready and waiting. As we head to 7 Don now, I believe.
Looks like that, yeah.
Luffy Taro maybe wouldn't be too bad here, although your swings into either Brook or Kuzan then isn't great. So you might have to find a way to answer at least one of them. Well, hopefully you'd find a way to answer the Kuzan. A radio knife here wouldn't be too bad. You can rest the Rebecca and KO the Kuzan.
Yeah, I'd actually really like that
Then
play.
you can swing, you can swing Nami into the rested Rebecca.
Yeah. That card's getting crazy value.
It's you know what? I thought it was very interesting. He chose to run it. He is running 4 of them as well, but he the Birmingham tech, but he is showing that it's not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, equally, if he was running it, what's the event called again? It's gone from
Well,
my
it's
mind.
the 2-1 with a really long name. It's something blah 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 demon Azure blah blah blah.
No. The Mink one.
What Electric Luna?
Yeah, Luna wouldn't be too bad here.
He's not running it though, so
I know, but if he was, just
yeah.
like denying Lucci of his pieces.
I mean, Luna is never a bad card ever. It is broken.
Yeah. Their characters are active. It's quite bad.
Obviously, but I mean, the value you get off a free non card is crazy. Came up what he wants to do here.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tough turn just because of the Brook and Kuzan just being presented on board. You know he has at least a 2k in hand to help defend these as well.
If I was Railz, I wouldn't swing my Nami.
I don't know. It's very tricky. I quite like Radio Knife here, to be honest. If he has it,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't help him develop a body. It does clear the problems on Lucci's board.
It clears 2 things, and then you could leader effect and get rid of the Brook. I really like that if he has
But
it.
could you? Is it? I'm trying to think. Radio Knife is a 4-don card, so you could. Okay, it's gonna be Luffy Taro.
Sanji Pudding. Okay.
Yeah, just opting for maybe seeing if you can remove both. Gonna leader effect, so gonna get a swing. But if it's too big, it'll probably just go into the Rebecca blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what's gonna happen there.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay. Yeah.
swing. Oh, it's gonna opt to swing 5 there with Nami, but it is just gonna get 2k'd out. We knew he had it.
I was trolling with the Nami swing, but it would have come in handy.
I mean, it gets one extra card out of Lucci's hand. I don't hate it. I don't love it. 0 Don active and only 1 life.
Yeah, he's
Not that Lucci's going to be swinging for game at all this turn, but you've always got to be conscious of it.
I mean, Rail's hand is like huge at this point.
Yeah, he's definitely got no shortage of cards.
No.
Let's start with a 5k swing, just clear the Nami.
Yeah.
-1 going on the Sanji and Pudding, so we've got a 7 and a 6 cost on board. Be interesting to see what he has in terms of tools to remove here. It's going to be 4. It's going to be a Shirahoshi blocker to -4. Pudding again, so dropping it to a 2 cost. And then it's just going to be Lucci to come down to clear it. So the Luffy Taro gets to live on the board, so that's quite nice for Railz. You're probably not too mad about that.
Yeah, and he's keeping his Brook and Kuzan active here, it looks like.
Yeah, could have... Interesting call. So he could have minus... Because he could have -5'd the Luffy Taro there.
I think because
Oh
Asmir
no, because there'll be 2 costs. Yeah, so I think he was maybe on -1 short of being able to clear both bodies.
Yeah. And because
So just
Asmir doesn't know Rail's list, playing around Luna is
definitely true. He's
quite smart.
I think he's got to be conscious of Luna, even though he doesn't know that it's not being played currently.
Yeah, sure.
I still think it's an interesting choice. I think Luna is just so good, but maybe he was comfortable in knowing that he wasn't going to be running into an aggro deck.
Yeah.
So he's going to leader ability. He has 5 Dawn active. He's got a lot of cards to choose from for what he wants to do.
For sure.
I don't hate a radio knife here, just so you can clear the Kuzan. The Kuzan is just a problem for as long as it's on board.
Yeah. Super scary.
But maybe mulling over his options here of like, do you swing and give Lucci extra cards in hand? Because I would assume Lucci's more than likely going to take that 3rd life regardless. It's going to be the Zoro, so he's looking to rest something. Probably the Kuzan, yeah. He's going to look to swing into Kuzan to take it. I don't hate this. They're going to get 2k for the 6k swing. I'm assuming this might get blocked depending on what he has in hand. Yeah. And then it's going to be another 6k swing, and it's just going to be another 2k out of hand. So he's going to be able to defend the Kuzan here.
Being able to attack on the turn it's played is so good there.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're definitely very helpful. He managed to get 2 cards out of Lucci's hand and the blocker, so it's not terrible in terms of what you got for it. We're going to see a 5k Kuzan swing, probably into the Zoro, yeah, minusing the Sanji and pudding. He's going to let the Zoro go to the 5k swing. Probably wondering if he can remove the Luffy Taro as well. But it's a 3-cost Sanji and pudding currently, so
it's definitely likely. I mean, what tools do we have here? We have.
it's going to -1, so I assume that goes on Sanji and pudding. So maybe you're hoping to -6 the Luffy Taro. And
I mean, double Tempest would be
Lucci. So you need 4 for Lucci. Well, double Tempest would definitely get you there. Maybe a Laboon and something. Although maybe Laboon Uta, but that's a lot of cards used.
Maybe he's not too fussed about it. Maybe the Sanji and pudding's enough.
Yeah, maybe he's just looking to take the Sanji and pudding out, and because I mean, 2 bodies definitely more manageable. The leader effect feels a lot worse if you don't have Sanji and pudding on board.
Or we know Asmir runs the 9-cost Kaido as well.
He does, yeah, but then I don't see the point in reducing the Sanji and pudding if that's your play.
No, he won't play it on this turn, but I'm just thinking.
It is something to be cautious of. Yeah, he could just because even if the Luffy Taro, so if the Luffy Taro gets buffed, obviously he's safe from it, but it can just straight up KO the Luffy Taro regardless. Otherwise, but that is true. One that we don't see in many Lucci lists anymore. But possibly just afraid of Blackbeards.
He could also
swing.
exit life. He could also do a combo along the lines of 2-cost Uta.
No 1k out with a Robin. Yeah, I can see maybe Uta -3s, no -2s. So
yeah, it could be like Uta, Finger Pistol, and then Lucci here or something. Okay, no, yep, -4.
Shirahoshi. It's just gonna that's just gonna go on the Sanji and pudding as well. So we're possibly just gonna kill it with Brook. Yeah. So ops to Man Sherry instead here.
So it looks like this Luffy is surviving a turn.
So maybe looking to grab back a Rebecca here to help protect board, possibly. Play down Rebecca, add maybe a 2k back to hand.
Yeah.
So they put back Toy Soldier and Shirahoshi blocker.
Laboon, also a good pick.
Yeah, Laboon makes sense. It means that if any tools get removed this turn, then it can be played back down. Maybe thinking about playing it out here. He's also thinking, I don't know if you play it out here, although you save yourself 4 Don. It depends what you want to play out next turn, because Mancherry almost demands to be swung in, and he has no little body to do it with. But I can see playing it down for maybe you're looking to drop a bigger body or something in your next turn.
Yeah. mean, I just don't see how what Rails is going to do to come back from this one.
It does look quite rough at the moment. But you never know. I always feel like I get very impressed with this deck every time we see it. So there's always a chance.
Yeah, there is a lot
Just
of
because
back.
it can survive for so long.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I believe we saw a game. I believe it was this week where we saw Vegapunk versus a Green Pepper Luffy, and he was on 0 life for a while.
So yeah, goes into Kuzan, not using the ability. I think that's smart. You can't afford.
You don't
to
want
go.
to take that last life.
No. Then leader effect, buffs himself. You think going into Brook here is the smart play?
I think you probably want to remove the Brook because it's just free KO.
Could do a combination of.
The question is, how much do you want to swing into the Brook?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he might want to leave Don active this turn for a giant.
Yeah, just going to go 6, but it is going to get it. Doesn't want to give him 2 cards out of hand. Makes sense. The hand size is getting a little low. You have to respect the bodies. Just maybe thinking about which body he wants to buff here.
I think the rush one, right?
I would go with the rush Luffy, personally. It's a little bit harder to deal with. Having a good think about it, though. Really nice if he had another one. So he could just play 2. He's going to opt to buff the rush Luffy. I think that's the correct choice. I don't hate that at all. Gonna play down a Zoroark, so opting for no active Don here.
Oh, he's quite scary.
Probably thinking he's got enough cards in hand for Asmir to maybe not want to go for game.
Yeah.
I find a Sanji and Pudding with that.
Yeah, he's most likely going to spend most of his on this turn just trying to get rid of
I think it's a case of you have to answer my board, so I'm not that worried about my life.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen a way use too many 2Ks this game, so...
No, I'm sure his hand's quite filled with counter.
Yeah, how many is that there? 1, 2...
A lot.
Didn't have time, definitely more than like 7.
He probably has like at least 10 cards in hand, I want to say.
9, I just counted.
Okay, 9 cards in hand. So yeah, you're probably not too worried sitting at a 6k swing. Just get 1k out, so it's definitely going to life. We're going to -4 something here. Which one am I? We're -4 in the Luffy.
Yeah, it looks like that Luffy doesn't have long.
Going to swing with leader to minus it again. So down to a 3 cost now. Be interesting to see what he chooses to clear this. I don't believe he's playing anything like Kobe. Get 2k for this 7k swing. There's going to be a Lucci to come down.
Oh, I remember being told before this game that there was...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think he forgot that it's got buffed by stage. It is a 3 cost, not a 2 cost currently. It's now being explained to him.
Yeah. So I think what the players do...
Yeah, I think they let him take it back. Yeah.
They agree to switch that to the Luffy Taro, which is
I also think he's opting. I think he's asking if he wants to take the 7k swing back there if he's picking up the 2k.
Yeah. Yeah. So gentlemanly behavior from both players.
Yeah. We like to see it. So honest mistakes made. It always happens, especially with Lucci in game 3.
I know.
Lucci is a menace for the amount of math you have to do.
Yeah. I feel like I need an abacus half of my games just to keep track of stuff.
Definitely would help sometimes. So
opting. He does get one body at least.
Yeah, opting to let it go on to the Luffy Taro there to get removed instead. It's good options. I don't mind that. I think that's a good way to take it back. Like you said, very gentlemanly behavior. Gonna let the Zoroark die as well.
Yeah. Okay, so Laboon and Lucci are rested, and we have quite a lot of cards in hand. So
gonna be Sanji and Pudding. Yeah, I don't think he's any rush to end the game.
Yeah, so most likely no leader ability. Just Asmir, that's 3 cards in hand. So most likely both these bodies are going down.
Yeah, there's a good chance here he just takes out both bodies. Do you know what? It doesn't look that bad for Railz now in this situation.
I thought he was in quite a bad spot earlier, but
I thought, like I
Yeah,
said, I
like you
thought it
said.
was over, but like I said to you, I'm always shocked by this deck.
Yeah, you're completely right.
Like, you can't count it out into the dice. Double
Oh, are
Sanji
you saying
blocker.
what I'm saying?
Ooh.
That's insane. Plays them both out for 3 cost each.
Yeah,
So
I think at this point, you're just not worried at all.
no,
That
he
being
is.
3 cost, 6k.
Yeah. Difficult to remove as well.
Yeah, I think that's so tricky. Down to 6 cards in hand, but I just don't think it matters. Double blocker.
Yeah. Yeah, currently, I feel like Rails is gonna win a game of longevity here.
Yeah, and see, Asmir only has, what, 3, 4 cards in hand? Maybe 4 cards in hand, I think?
I think 4 after drawing, but
But, yeah,
likely to be less than that after his turn. And then
oh,
this
yeah, double
Lucci
Sanji down in that turn. I don't know. There's
is
a
quite dead, I think.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't if it wasn't a done deal before, I think that probably secures it. It's going to take the 6k swing to life.
I mean, he could obviously defend this, but he's thinking value off that 6k.
Maybe he's looking for like a radio knife or something in case he plays a blocker.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see a 7k swing -1 the Sanji and pudding. Just going to get 2k'd out, and it is going to be a Rebecca to come down. But the Sanji and pudding is quite 6 cost, so I'm not sure you can remove it. So maybe just add back a 2k.
Yeah, this feels so bad. You can
You can add
Rails
back a boon. Okay.
can really pressure him this turn because he has 2 swings from his Rush Luffy, has 7k Sanji Pudding, and his leader, which is going to be buffed up to a 6. And then Sanji, if he really wants to go all in.
Yeah, so if he plays Uso Hachi here, I think he's above 8 Don, right? On 8 Don? Or he might be on 9 Don, actually. I think he can Uso Hachi if he wants to here.
Yeah.
4 cards in hand, it's tricky. Although,
I
that
don't
being
think you
said,
need
I
to.
don't know if you have to rush for game if you're Rails
No,
here.
no, you don't need to get the 2k out of your hand. You'd much rather have it
Yeah, he
just.
is just going to opt for board, I think. He's gonna rest the Kuzan here. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, resting the coup
3-5,
there.
uh,
Yeah.
ask for a card. He is going to give it to him.
He said, "This is what it feels like to play against Lucci. I'm going to get rid
Yeah,
of your
he's
whole
like,
board."
you're not having a board.
I know. Like, the tables have definitely turned.
I think even if you keep just like 1 Don up, I do. To be honest, I don't think you need to keep that up. I think this just looks quite like a done deal here, which is shocking because like we were saying earlier, it looks really good for Lucci. It just shows you can't count the deck out until it's done. Very cockroachy. Let's swing the Sanji, and then let's swing the Sanji and pudding afterwards. Again, I just take out both cards there. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Now, yeah, so now you can start getting cards into life. I don't think it matters what he draws here, if it's what you're thinking. He is going to opt to restand here, so let's take it. It's going to swing another 7.
It just looks brutal.
It does. I think the game's just over at this point, right? So he's going to swing 6. I don't know if he's leader ability, so I don't know if that's a 7 or an 8k swing.
It doesn't look like he has.
No, I think it might be a 7k swing. It's going to get blocked regardless.
He probably just wants to save the Don for next turn. Like, he probably won't need it, but just, so he can
Of
go
Sanji
max.
and pudding. Yeah, he'll be at 10 Don next turn, I believe, right? Unless he Giants here.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Oh, no, he removed 2. He put 2 back with a Luffy, so he will not be on 10 Don. Apologies. But 1 life, a board like this, what can you do?
I really don't think there's anything.
Unless you have 5 1 cost blockers, I think this might be over.
Even if you remove 2 bodies, it's just not happening, especially with his hand size. I mean, I'm, excited to be surprised.
Yeah, definitely turn this game around.
Yeah, I mean, what what could you do? You could, yeah,
You
attempt to get rid of
can
the Sanji and then go for game. And just hope he's bluffing the Giants, but
with a hand size, he's got what 6 cards in hand. He's probably got a lot of counters still.
yeah.
And I think he does have a giant regardless. But yeah, he's going to remove the Sanji. I think the only way you do it is just by swinging now and hoping. I don't think you have another option. It is just going to be an 8K swing to
Yeah.
hopefully close out the game. And 2K, 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 giant. Okay, yeah. So I think he had enough counter to get out of that. And that is going to be the game. Rail's taking it 2-1 there. That was quite impressive, actually.
Wow. Airport diff.
Yeah, the airport buff. That was what it is. Wow. If you asked me in the earlier game who was winning that, I would have thought it was the Lucci in the
I
earlier
mean,
part of that
it's
game.
definitely Lucci favored. I think Rails did a really good job just to like keep up with the pace of Lucci and just
Yeah,
try and
keeping.
maintain a presence on the board because once you lose it at a certain point, you can't swing into his Laboons and his Brooks that he rests.
Yeah, you're right. Radio knife actually making a really surprising difference in the deck as well. I think we have a quick look at the table here.
Yeah. So that puts Rails up to first place along with Sebi. And it looks like Ben C has an opportunity.
Yeah, we're waiting for his game against Rene, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so Ben C's likely to be on 6 points after that.
But yeah, wow, what a good couple of series of games that was.